Namaste. Good evening, good afternoon, or good morning, everyone. We hope you have enjoyed yourself as much as we have done today. And on behalf of AIU or OUG, this is Aishwarya, and we would like to welcome you to OG Yatra 2020, an online webinar series. As Vinay mentioned in the previous sessions, unbelievably, this is the 10th day of OG Yatra. For those of us joining today, OG Yatra is a 14 days online conference series with 125 plus hours of learning, 7 tracks, and speakers from all across the globe. We also have over 60 plus Oracle aces sorry for that, Java champions, Groundbreaker ambassadors, and many other technologists joining us in this festival of learning. Now, hang on. OG Yatra is not just about the technical content. We also strive to bring our community together and provide a platform to interact and network. And we want to encourage you to be a part of the Oracle ACE program. I'm sure you've got some insights about this program after the past couple of sessions. And to continue the discussion, we have another very esteemed panel of Oracle ACE directors with us here to share some insights about their journey. Now, before I hand over to Sai, I would like to take another minute of your time and introduce you to AIOUG, that is, All India Oracle Users Group. We are one of the largest Oracle users group, and Sangam is a flagship event. It's held yearly either in Hyderabad or Bengaluru. We realize that sometimes not everyone can reach these cities. So during the Groundbreaker store, or as we call it, OG Yatra, we try and bring all the speakers to you, to your city. In fact, last year we covered over 10 cities in 15 days. And hopefully, if everything goes well, next year we will better this. Now, with AIOUG, we always had this tradition of selfies, massive selfies with 100 plus people in it. Unfortunately, we can't be having them this year, especially in this virtual mode. So instead, we've got something different. We have this poster that you can see on your screen right now, and we would like to request you to kind of take a snapshot of this or a snippet. Use the handles hashtag OGYatra and hashtag AIOUG to most importantly thank our speakers for their valuable time and support, especially since they're taking out their time on a Saturday to interact with us. So use Twitter, as it is probably one of the easiest platforms to connect virtually, and again, tag our speakers. And hey, you can also use this to show your support to your local users group and thank our volunteers. With that, I would like to extend a very warm welcome to everybody and hand over the session to Sai.
Thank you very much, Aishwarya. Thank you very much. So I was trying to put all this Oracle ACE program information into one slide. I think if you attended last session, so I'll just, it may be a little repetition, but for new people, it's basically community recognition programs. So number one is Oracle ACE program is designed to recognize and reward members of Oracle technology as well as application communities. These individuals are technically proficient, but important thing is willing to share their knowledge with and experience. That's very key for this community. As you can see, there are 3 levels of ACEs, Oracle Associate, Oracle ACE, Oracle ACE Director. Associate is, stepping stone. Maybe you can say it's a basic level. For example, if you are contributing something and blogging, maybe you're starting writing articles. If you're doing a couple of tasks, maybe you can apply for that. And Oracle ACE is something like, again, these programs are not defined like any scales and marks, but it's more of how you're contributing, how long you are contributing, right? For example, Oracle ACE, maybe you're contributing for the last couple of years, then you can apply for that program. The Oracle ACE Director is the top level. It's something like your next job. If you're working for already employer, I think it's more than that. Basically you're continuously sharing your knowledge to the communities in different ways. For example, speaking in conferences, writing books, so many things, right? And we have around 425 ACEs across the globe, and from 48 countries. And India, we have only 25 ACEs. So the purpose of this call is to basically educate our community hear from experts in this call and share their experience and a lot of questions, I'm sure, and we will try to cover as many as possible in this call. And what they normally do is, right, I think I already mentioned, it's writing blogs, articles, books, answering a lot of questions in community.oracle.com, and also a live conferences. Maybe, for example, I think this year is not really good for conferences, but if you're presenting virtually, users group conferences and all those stuff, right? And the number two is a Groundbreaker ambassador program. It's little different. It's more of it's more of cloud related, must present in conferences, and also covering new technologies like DevOps, cloud native. It's little different, but don't think that it's like you have to. ACE directors are not presenting in cloud, so that doesn't mean that. So also these programs are annual recognition programs. So once you are in this program, you need to prove that your contributions. We have an app, so you need to basically update that app. How many conferences you're presenting, what's your plan, all those stuff, right? And the last one is Java Champions. It's a little different compared to Oracle ACE program and the Groundbreaker Ambassador program. It's like Java champions are nominated by existing Java champions. And one of the good thing I feel really good is once you become a Java champion, you are Java champion for your lifetime. So I'm sure then think about that program's challenges, right? So you need to really prove yourself as really a hero in that space. So what benefits? Again, there are plenty of benefits. If you ask me, a couple of top 2-3 benefits, you actually get a direct connection with product managers. You can work with them. You can provide feedback. You can actually recommend new features to the product management team, access to all the development, and you can be part of beta testing, many things. I don't want to cover everything because we have experts in this call, so let's hear from them. And also Oracle supports your travel for when you, for example, if you're presenting in Oracle Open World, Oracle will cover your travel and stay expenses, right? That's one of the benefit, so that you can actually meet a global Oracle ACE members, and that way your journey starts. Let me go to the next one. Okay, so we have Liran, Biju, Matthias, and Bashir in this call. So I like to welcome to this call. Today is a Saturday. Thanks for supporting AIOG community and coming to this call without saying no. Always thanks to especially Bashir is our big brother and mentor for our community. He's always there, and I think I never received no from Bashir. Thanks, Bashir, for continuous support. And Biju always, Biju was a part of Yatra, a couple of years back. Thanks, Biju, for supporting. And we like Liran and Matthias to plan now itself for next year. Again, subject to COVID-19, maybe COVID-20, I don't know. But you should visit India. You should explore our culture and people, and asking a lot of questions. I'm sure every speaker, I think we have from 2007 to 2020, it's almost 13 years, and we never got any negative feedback from India. Okay, so plan your visit now itself. So with that, I'm handing over to Liran. Just quick introduction, share your journey as an Oracle ACE director, and then what happens, we'll do a round table, and then I'll come back with more questions. Yeah, thank you. Lyron?
Yeah, hi everybody. So my name is Liron. I'm from Canada. I moved to Canada 5 years ago from Israel. And my journey started, I think, with the Israeli Oracle user group, ILOG. I was part of the group for quite a while. I spoke at conferences. I took part in forums and stuff like that. I hardly do that anymore. And I've been an Oracle ACE for quite a while. And earlier this year, I got promoted to ACE director. And in the last years, I'm speaking at conferences. I write a blog. I think that's about it. This is my contribution.
Thank you very much. Biju?
Yeah, thanks, Sai. Yes, I was part of Yatra in 2016, April. That was with Connor and what's his name? Forgot his name. No. It'll come to my mind. I've been in the Oracle space for a long time. I started working with Oracle Technologies in '93. I moved to the US in '96, and I've been having a website for the DBAs with script and stuff um, right from '97. So I've been sharing stuff in since '97 on the blog. I mean, before we called it a blog or anything, the new lingo what we have today. It was just a website for DBAs. And I became Oracle Ace in 2015, no, 2013, and Ace Director in 2015. That's my journey. I speak at conferences, I write articles, blogs. I'm very active in social media. You might have come across my books if you are an Oracle OCA or OCP, especially if you're 8i, 9i, 10G, OCA, OCP, you might have come across my books because those books sold really good at that time. That's me.
Yeah, I
I
think
currently live in Texas, Dallas, Texas. I'm originally from
yeah.
Kerala, or
So
born and
Biju,
brought up in Tamil Nadu. In fact, Pollachi, Valpara is where I was born. So it's a small high range area.
thanks, Biju. I think we all know Biju before personally, I think all through books. When you want to complete Oracle certification exam, so we all used to buy Biju's book. And
Thank you.
nowadays, I think people are all online, and I think
And
more of
dubs.
Dumps. Yeah, exactly. So Dumps is more famous now. But yeah, I think if you look at the core people like 10, 15 years back, I think everybody knows Biju that
Yeah.
way.
Thank you.
So next speaker, Matthias, why don't you introduce yourself and your ACE journey, or yeah?
Yeah, awesome. So hello everyone. Welcome. Thank you for welcoming me. It's a pleasure for me to be on IO for the first time. It's always a little bit tricky because it's conflicted with the Latin American tour. So I'm Brazilian, and it's always a little bit tricky to be in both of them. And at least this online thing is allowing me to be here now. But indeed, I plan to be in presence personally in the future. So welcome. Thank you for welcoming me. So as I said, I'm Brazilian. I live in the southwest state in Brazil, near to Argentina, Uruguay. I'm an ACE director, different to the other members of the table. Let's say Liron, Biju, and Bashir, which has a lot of experience. I'm quite new on the program, and in general, the last time I checked, I'm the youngest ACE director in the world. Not the youngest to become, but the actual youngest. I have 29, so if anybody else is ACE director with less than 29, let me know. So I
How old
started
is Davey now? I mean, he used to tout as the youngest ACE director.
Yeah,
Davey
Davey is the
Gomez.
youngest to become, but Davey is older than me. So
Oh,
there you
okay.
go. Yeah. So I got interested about the program in 2015 when I reached our Latin American guy, which is Pablo Sicorello, and asked more about the program. And then from there, I started speaking on events. I have my blog, which is grepora.com. We have 15 authors right now where we share kind of daily information about Oracle. So if you don't know the blog, please go there and check. And well, that's a pretty big summary. So, right now I'm member of the Brazilian Oracle User Group Council, and also our state Oracle User Group, because Brazil is pretty big, just like India. So we have a state one. And well, I just want to say that I'm thankful as well to see some participants from Brazil. So hello, Alexandre. I see that Alexandre is there. So I'm glad to see also Brazilians on the chat as well this Saturday. So thank you.
Super, Matthias. Now, our big brother Bashir Khan.
Hey, good evening, all, and those of you outside of India, good afternoon and good morning. It's truly a pleasure to be on this chat. We've done this in person. My journey, actually, I'd start from where I am from. I'm originally from Chennai, so I speak Tamil fluently. So after staying in India for about 22 years, I moved out, and my Oracle journey started in '88. I started working with the database 5.1c in those days. I came to US in '96, and that's when two things happened. I started working with Oracle's applications, and I started volunteering for the Oracle applications users group. So I put in about 10 years with that user community. It was an amazing experience volunteering and sharing your knowledge. In about 2005 or 2006, I just realized I did an interview with Bob Rubert, and I was off by 10 years. And I told him it was 95. It was actually 2005, 2006 is when I got recognized as a Fusion middleware regional director. This is a program that predated the ACE director program, and they were recognizing people around the globe who had expertise in Fusion middleware. So I became nominated, I got interviewed, and I eventually made it. And eventually when the ACE program started, they made me an ACE director of middleware. And then I believe 3 years later, they introduced ACE director programs for applications, and again got nominated. And I believe I'm the only ACE director who's able to, who was recognized for middleware as well as applications. It's been a great journey. I can speak applications or technology, and these days I applied all my experience and knowledge to the cloud. And anytime you have any question about the cloud, when you see me during the Yatra, or you can hit me up on Twitter. Happy to answer any questions you may have, even today, if you had questions about the cloud. So it has been an interesting journey. All I'll say for those of you who are out there aspiring to be an ACE or an ACE director, just share your knowledge. That's the secret to get where we are. Thank you.
Super. I think it's a really great journey, Bashir. We need to really learn so many things. So you're like really senior for us. So we'll definitely learn so many things from you. And thanks for your time. And you're absolutely awesome. Always sharing the knowledge to the community. So now I'll come to a lot of questions, but again, participants, if you have any specific questions, please put it in Q&A section. I see one is already there, so we'll answer that one. So before that, I see only one question, but let's ask some useful questions so that it will benefit to all the participants, right? So I'm going back to Liran. I'm sure you're a speaker to the many conferences, right? How this Oracle ACE program is helping you to speak in conferences? Do you see any benefits of, become an Oracle ACE director, and do you get any advantages in speaking in conferences? Can you share some insights on that space?
Yeah, sure. So I've been speaking for quite a while, and I've been part, I didn't say that before, but I've been part of the Oracle ACE program since 2009. But this year, I got promoted to Oracle ACE Director. And the benefits for us, I guess, is when you are Oracle ACE Director, first of all, you are recognized. Okay, so if you submit papers, people know that you are, a valued person to present. With the Oracle ACE, with being an Oracle ACE director, Oracle might help with the funding, which obviously helps. But I think it's more than that, because it's a community. So people like to contact us, to see us as, I wouldn't say only knowledge, but someone who likes to share. So if you go to conferences, I think it benefits us because we go to different people and meet different, we go to different areas and meet different people. And then the people like to approach us, and it's just an opportunity to contribute and share data. But it definitely helps, because anyone can submit papers and go and present. But I think that in the Oracle ACE program, we know each other, and we know a lot of people. Being part of the program, makes you, make connections with many different people from all over the world. And I think that definitely helps, and it's a lot of fun if if you like doing that.
Insightful answer, Lyron. Biju, I think people think that, oh, this is too much because you need to write blogs, you need to prepare for conferences, you need to present, a lot of pressure, So what do you think from your perspective, right? How much you actually give, how do you balance your family life, by the way? You have two kids, right? Anyway, they are
Yeah, I
now
mean,
they're in college.
right. One is in college. He just moved out to college. He was here because of the COVID thing. Now he's again gone back. Yeah, the balancing is. I mean, I don't see it as a burden or it's something I have to do. This is something I enjoy to do. I mean, I don't do much other activities anyway because I don't watch TV. Even if I watch TV, I watch only the news channel. I don't watch any soap opera or anything like that. So well, that has disadvantages also, right? When I'm in a conversation, people talk about all the movies and stuff. I mean, I like, okay, like, I mean, that's all I know. But if you talk technology or maybe a little bit sports, I mean, I can probably participate. But the balancing act is, again, I said, it's what I enjoy to do. I started sharing content right from like 96, 97 timeframe. So it's been there. Then I slowed down because when everybody else started doing the same, I mean, then I thought, okay, I mean, that's kind of my life of me everywhere, even with technology or even at my church or anywhere. I start something which is not there or which is not popular, then if and everybody else is doing it, I mean, I slow down and let everyone else take over it. So that's how I've been doing that for many areas actually. Um, the tweets and stuff I tweet every day and stuff like that. I mean, one person was asking me in a conference, do you wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning and do that, or and you do it at midnight? I mean, how do you do that? I said, I mean, that's an app. You just Buffer. I use Buffer. You just schedule it, and I mean, so but it still takes time. I mean, I spend time over the weekend. I mean, 30 minutes to look at, I mean, what to do it and what is there. I mean, read some blogs and. So it's a practice and some dedication. I mean, a routine. That's all. If I come across some new technology, I write very few blogs nowadays. Um, Again, I mean, it's all there. That's what I think. But that's not really the right approach. I know. Because even if it is there, my perspective will be different. My viewpoint will be different. So I encourage everyone to write. Even at my company, I tell people, just write about something you worked on a weekend. I mean, it will be totally different from maybe you looked at the blog or you looked at the documentation and did it, but your way of doing is a little bit different. I mean, you can enhance it. You will face some problems. How you overcome that problem. That's what people want to know. I mean, it's not just writing about a new feature. And I mean, you can go back to the documentation and read about the new feature, but the practical experience, what you experience when you are working with the technology, that's valuable, whether it is very small or big. I mean, there is nothing like small or big. I mean, whether it is a single line of code saying that, hey, this particular parameter helped me avoid this problem. I mean, that is going to help few other people when they are going to that. So that's what matters. You don't have to think too hard to write a blog or tweet something you come across, something you do every day. You just share that. That's how you start. I mean, then you know, like, okay, what you're sharing and how people are reacting to it and how it is beneficial. I mean, you immediately feel that. Then you do more.
Yeah, I think it's bottom line, it's your passion, right? So
Yeah.
that you can't compensate with money or family or
Ah,
so. That is non-stoppable. It's directly coming from your heart, right?
yeah.
Absolutely. So Matthias, like your youngest, I'm a little jealous, but so um, what is your message to the youngest community, especially I think I don't know, you know, the statistics, but because I don't know the data, but most of the people say that in India we are the youngest generation in terms of more number of people in India, right? That's if you look at any other country, or like most of them are like 30 40 range, but we are less than 30 in terms of youngest generation. So what do you think, how this is helping in terms of give me a couple of points in terms of your career, or maybe in terms of your company, can you give us some points so that our young generation will actually motivated to become an Oracle ACE program member?
Yeah, thank you. So I believe that in general, the answer for this question is basically everything that everybody has spoke together right now. So the way that I do is basically the same that Bijou does. I try to share all my knowledge on the daily basis stuff, the things that I face on the issues that I face, how I resolve some issues. I started, as Bijou also said, a couple of years ago, I started speaking about cloud and stuff before everybody starts doing that. I'm also the first AC cloud in Brazil. So then everybody just starts talking about this, and then I stop it and I gone back to the basic, to the PL SQL, to the SQL performance tuning, and so on. So my recommendation to all the youngest people, and I believe that India has a great potential on this regard, is basically share what you are seeing on the daily basis. This is something that people often ask me, and I'm sure that ask for the other ACEs as well. On my blog, what I try to do is I try to push everybody that I know. Like if you know something that nobody else is know, share that. If you read a book that nobody else has read, and you know a little bit about it, share what you know. If you face a problem, share about it. If you have a case of success, share about it, right? On what I try to do is push everybody on this, and I put my best efforts on the authors at Repora because I have a personal contact with them. So the whole thing about the ACE program and the Groundbreaker ambassadors and the Java champions is to serve people, to share things that can be useful for the others. The ACE program is not something to self-promote yourself. It's something to help others to achieve new levels, to resolve problems, and to get help, right? So as long as we are helping others, and we are into the program, as Bashir said, right? And that is exactly the point where I see that India has a great potential, because you guys have a culture of helping each other, of serving, that is so great. And I work with a lot of Indian people on daily basis, especially on the Oracle world. And you have this sense of helping others and sharing stuff. You just need to do that, and to show to the program, reach out to the Oracle AC program representatives in India, and share about it, and let them know that you want to be part of the ACE program. But indeed, the whole secret is that there is no secret. Just share what you face on daily basis and try to help others. That's my whole message.
Super. All the youngest participants, it's not only for youngest, it's applicable
Yeah,
for
it's for
everybody.
everyone.
But I like to really compete with Matthias. I want somebody less than 29, you said, Matthias? Oh yeah,
Yes.
so let's game on, and we should get somebody in next 6 months. We should say that, yeah, this is one of the challenge we need to accept. Yeah. So now, big question, couple of questions to Bashir, because our senior member here in this group. So Bashir, you are the CEO of your company. You have a father of two daughters, husband. How you manage your professional family life? That's number one. And number two, what benefits you are getting part of this program? I think you mentioned you were talking to the product managers. Are you able to influence any, for example, I want this particular feature is missing in Fusion apps? Are you able to influence that, or are you able to provide the feedback saying that, okay, this feature is absolutely wrong, something like that? So can you put some light on these two questions?
Absolutely, Sai. Thanks. It's it's been, in the beginning, it was definitely a challenge, right? So you got to pick and choose, and you got to strike a balance across all the activities you're expected to do as an individual. But truly blessed. It has been. Uh, we had a very good way and very strong support from the family as I was learning things, and then I tried to strike a good balance. For example, if I'm out on yatra for a couple of weeks, I make sure that I'm out with my family for a week or two to offset that time I'd gone away. Same as I'm doing my work, there'll be a point in time during the day, at the end of the day, where I'll stop that and then devote the time to other activities. It's human nature. You have to, as an individual, pick and choose what you need to do. So far so good. I really enjoy what I'm doing. Coming to the question that you asked next, how has it benefited me? I'd say it's twofold. First of all, being an ACE director, I really enjoy being invited to talk, to meet all these amazing talent that you have. It was correctly pointed out that India has the youngest talent pool in the world, but I'd say it's also the highest potential talent pool. In fact, we are talking to some of them on this call itself. Just the fact that you all decided to attend this session shows me that you are on your way to become an ace. So um, that's one advantage. You get to meet a lot of people, you get to understand the challenges, you get to share your knowledge as an ace director. And then it's equally beneficial to learn too. Being an ACE director, you're invited to invitation-only briefings. You're required to sign non-disclosure agreements, and you get to learn things much, much sooner than the rest of the world. Sometimes we are looking at features of Fusion applications that are 3 releases ahead. It's not just a one-way street where Oracle is telling you what's coming. Many times they ask you to validate, they ask you questions, you're asked to look at a certain feature and provide feedback to see whether or not this is going to benefit the community at large. Just by the fact that we're meeting all these individuals globally and interacting with them, we have our finger on the pulse of what works and what does not work, and be able to translate that back to product management. That's definitely a huge advantage. And then you build relationships. You are able to forge long-term relationships with the product teams that you interacted with due to this opportunity. It helps the customers. So as our customers face challenges, we can go back and leverage that relationship that you have to explain the situation, and they understand you're not simply coming to them with something silly. You have credibility to explain what the challenge is, and the product team then would step in and help the customers. So I'd say overall, it's been an amazing benefit. Based on what the rest of the team said, I just would like to add 2 aspects to the community at large, and indeed the attendees here. One, it's not necessary that you need to know something new, something cool, something that's leading edge or emerging technology in order to be able to share your knowledge. Always remember that whatever you know, someone in the world does not know that. They're behind you. So any one of you has something to share with the rest of the world. So remember that, don't hesitate, and definitely share what you know. The second thing I wanted to say is there's not a particular channel to share your knowledge. It does not mean you only have to write a book, as was said before, only write a blog. Many of us do not know how, or may not be able to do that. I'd say start with just volunteering, especially with the All India Oracle User Group. I have been on Yatras with Sai, many cities, and we have a lack of volunteers. We have a lack of folks who can come out and help this amazing team. You'd not believe what they achieve. Even this whole webinar, I think no more than 5 people or 6 people are doing this whole thing globally, right? So you have an opportunity where you can volunteer. Again, you'll benefit two times with that volunteering. One, you get to learn from the experts, you get to see how they operate, and you're able to benefit from that. But also, when you're volunteering, you get to meet other people. Of course, now during COVID, it's online, but when you're in person, you get to meet others and you can talk to them, and that'll start the process where all the hesitation, all the shyness, or your inability to talk, as you're interacting with someone poses a question, you're responding to them. That starts the foundation of you starting to share. So please do that. Thank you, Sai.
Message, Bashir. I think it's very important, right? I think, yeah, we didn't cover anything on users group. I think maybe we can have a separate call to cover what are the challenges, what benefits. It's like, bottom line, it's like a family for us. We are not from the same family, but we share the same relationship. And it's really awesome. You can't explain in a single word. It's absolutely, and not only that, right? So for example, we are getting speakers from across the world, for example, Yatra or Sangam. The journey is too awesome. When you actually start Yatra from Chennai to North India, like we are covering 10 cities, traveling with the 10 speakers, and so much learning, like like Sandesh and awesome. We really think that that week is actually enough for the entire year learning. I think especially I really got a lot of benefits, leading this All India Religious Group and become an ACE director, Groundbreaker ambassador. Apart from that, it's actually have a great team supporting this whole conference. Thanks for that, Bashir, sharing your insights. Um, Again, coming back to more questions, one of the thing we always say that, oh, okay, what is for, I think some of the people think that, okay, they'll join Oracle ACE program and they'll become an Oracle ACE director and they will actually travel across the world. They feel that there's a benefit. It's more of Oracle is supporting travel and stay expenses. That's, I think I hear, like they say, okay, you're traveling, you're using Oracle Menti, only that benefit. And what else? Like, I think we should, if you guys can, anyone give us some more benefits of, I think Bashir, you already covered some benefits. If anything is missing, if you want to share anything from anyone, apart from a community, apart from knowledge, you Biju, you covered, and you covered Matthias, Liran, you covered more of speaker opportunities. So anything else missing, so that we can take a couple of questions?
Are you talking about the ACE benefits or just the community sharing user group
ACE,
activity benefits?
yes, ACE
ACE.
benefit, because this call is for ACE. Yeah.
Okay, so this, yeah, okay, yeah. I mean, we covered pretty much all of the main points.
Yeah, absolutely.
ACE, yeah, absolutely. And ACE program, uh, for me personally, I mean, it gives the recognition. I mean, I that when I'm applying to a user group outside US or outside India, people may not know me, but that, okay, having an ACE tag along with it, I mean, it gives them the confidence that, hey, okay, this guy has some experience speaking somewhere. Okay, maybe we can try him. So that's a first level of getting in, right? And so you pass that first level. Then the rest depends on your abstract and what you have in explanation and all this kind of stuff. But that gives that slight advantage among others. Okay, and nowadays, I mean, you see that many user group and the ACE program also advertising that we have this many ACEs participating in our conference. So so that means, I mean, that is treated as, okay, these people are like really good. They share. I mean, they talk good. So that's the idea you get, and you also, I mean, knowingly or unknowingly develop a feeling that, okay, he's an ACE or ACE director, I need to attend that session rather than another one. But it may not be true. I mean, that person may not be interested in an ACE program, but he may be a good speaker. And so my point in that is, like, don't try to achieve or become an ACE or ACE associate or ACE director. Just it's your passion again. You share, I mean, and you speak. I mean, that's what you try to share what you have. The other recognitions, I mean, that will come naturally. I mean, because when you do something with passion, you do it more effectively, and that is coming from your heart. But you are trying to achieve something, like you are trying to pass an exam. I mean, okay, I hate going to school, but I have to pass the 10th standard or 12th standard to get a job. I mean, that's a pain. I mean, you do it, you don't remember anything. I mean, I don't remember anything which I studied in certain subjects, right? So it's something that we do for achieving something without passion. But here, I would say, you do it with passion, then the recognition and everything will come automatically.
Yeah.
I just realized one more thing. It gives you, because of you being part of the program, it gives you instant access to all the other peers in the program globally. So you may be expert in one area, but there's some challenge that you don't know. you can immediately reach out to your fellow ACE directors. And once a year at least, or maybe more if you attend more conferences, you get to interact with them. As you said, we grew up reading books from other ACEs. Imagine having direct access to those ACEs. These are folks who wrote books, the blogs, some of them you look up to, and you immediately have a connection with them, and they'll respond back. So that I feel that whole ACE community, and indeed we should recognize Jennifer, who has been supporting this program for a long time. They go out of their way to make sure that there are opportunities for ACEs to meet. There's a community forum that's available exclusively for ACEs to interact on. So all this are definitely a benefit. I just noticed a question, and I do want to weigh in on that. There's a perception in the industry, and you'd see some folks talk about it too, that ACEs are a mouthpiece for Oracle. You cannot say anything against Oracle. 100% not true. In fact, Oracle expects us to dive deep into the product and point out the flaws more than the benefits. Oracle's marketing team does a great job explaining the benefits and advantages. We are looking at the same products, identifying issues, if any, educating the community, also taking that feedback to the product team. So nothing has swayed me from, so if I was not an ACE director, there's not one way I talk about cloud applications, and I'm talking about them differently because I'm part of the ACE program. So that's more of a myth and a perception. The folks who are not in the ACE program are propagating that. So I'd say it's fake news.
Yes, absolutely. I think
that is true.
that's very important, Bashir. I think people think that we are Oracle ACE members and we have to talk only good thing about Oracle. No, no, absolutely no. That's correct. So we have a few questions. Bashir or anybody wants to take sorry, Liran?
Yes, I'm sorry. I would like to add two things about the program itself. So first of all, Bashir said before about blogging, and some people don't want to blog or something like that. You need to remember that the Oracle ACE program is not a goal. It's a recognition. Okay, so it's not like, okay, I'm going to blog because I want to become an Oracle ACE. I want to, go to conferences. We do that because we really like it. We love doing this stuff. We love sharing. Because if you force yourself to blog, it will fade away. You won't be able to keep up, right? So do what you like. If you like speaking at conference, do that. If you like writing blogs, do that. If you like sharing your knowledge in other ways, do that. Do something that you really love, and then the recognition will come. So that's the second thing about the benefits. I find that it helps a lot because you're part of the community and because you get introduced to other Oracle ACEs and especially the product management teams at Oracle. You start relationship with the Oracle people, and sometimes you open an SR about an issue, and the support, they don't always really help, or they don't always recognize a bug that you know is obviously a bug, and then you just you have a direct channel to Oracle, and then say, talk to the product manager, explain the problem, and then point them to the SR, and it's a whole different world sometimes. So that's definitely a benefit, having this direct channel to Oracle itself and not only via the support.
Absolutely.
And to add to that, actually, that's a good point, Laurent. That benefit actually comes from you attending conferences in person, because most of the conferences you see these product managers and these Oracle developers and actually write code come there. I mean, and they don't really look for, are you part of the ACE program? Then I'll talk to you. If you're not, I'm not going to talk to you. It's not like that. They are freely available to anyone to ask any question. So being in the community, being part of the user group is more important than being an ACE, I think, because you gain more knowledge by going to the conferences, meeting these people. I mean, you can directly ask any question to them, right? I mean, if they don't know, they'll say, okay, just send me an email, I'll find the answer, or send me an SR number, I will follow up. So you get the answer. So it's the building the relationship. It doesn't. So building relationship you get by meeting people, by getting introduced them, and some. I mean, I used to do this when I was starting back in 2008 when I was invited as a speaker, or even before that I used to attend conferences. Then I was a little shy talking to the speakers because I think, okay, I mean, they are top level people. I mean, they talk very high funda technically and stuff like that, because I don't know that language. And what if I ask a question and if they ask me something else, I mean, will I be able to answer that? So that made me not to talk to them. I mean, then I started playing. I mean, I'm an introvert. That's what I think. I'm still an introvert, I think. But this program and talking in the conferences, going to the conferences has reverted that. I mean, now I talk to people. I mean, I have no problem talking to a stranger in a conference and saying hello and how you're doing and all this kind of stuff. So that's a big benefit. I mean, even beyond the ACE program recognition, what I see that, I mean, I can talk to people. I talk freely. I mean, I can also drink beer and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you. So I think there's a one question which is not relevant to this program, means session, but still, what's your advice to senior DBAs in this competitive world? That's very too generic. Somebody wants to answer in 1 minute because we are running out of time. I'll take Karan's question and I'll share something now. Anybody wants to, Bashir or anybody wants to answer?
I can say real quickly to all the DBAs, not just the senior ones, don't be afraid that all the DBA work has been taken up by Oracle as part of moving to the cloud. There's still a huge demand for DBAs. As much as Oracle does the backups and the installs and patching, you're still needed for every company in order to understand what's within the database. That's something Oracle does not touch. And also how to make all these DB cloud services work with other cloud services. So focus on translating your skills to make them relevant for the cloud. In fact, if you're interested, there's a presentation I've done with the AIOG called, about your skills, bridging the skills gap. That's a session you may not want to miss in future. Thanks, Sai.
Sure. Thanks a lot, Bashir. I think that's a bridging the skills gap is very, very a famous session in India. I think you guys, you need to see that, and maybe we'll share that recording for all the members. So Karan, to answer to this question, I think Jennifer covered this one last, I don't know, even if we don't know the dates where we are now, but she covered a couple of days back about this Oracle Groundbreaker Ambassador program. So just to answer your two straight, right? If you see this one, this is more of, technology based, for example, if you are presenting on DevOps, databases, open source technology, if you are in this area and presenting and you have some proficiency in this particular area, I think you should good to go for applying this program. Why this program is introduced? Because there was a time people think that Oracle means Oracle ACE program is more of Oracle. They should only know about Oracle. Okay, that was the time. But the things, technology and the time is changing. Now they have introduced something like a Groundbreaker. I think I still remember, Bashir, I don't know, you remember, there was a picture. Oracle ACE program was like a elder kid in the house, and Java champion is second, and Groundbreaker was like a newborn baby, right? So in your house, if it is a newborn baby, the whole focus to that newborn baby, right? So it's a Groundbreaker program is something like that. So if you are familiar with this technologies, and there is a beautifully written this page, program, find your ambassadors, nominate yourself, and what you should contribute. So everything is written in this page. If you still have questions, please contact me directly, with that. So I think we are running out of time. So I'll quickly do a roundtable, spend at least 1 or 2 minutes, not more than that, because we have very less time. So you want to share something before, closing this call. So we'll start with Liran first.
Yeah, I think we covered most of the things about the Oracle ACE program. But if you do like sharing, don't be shy. Submit papers to conferences and write a blog, or contact any of the Oracle ACE directors. I'm sure they'll be thrilled to help and assist. And if you want to become part of the program and you do share and it's something that you love doing, I'm sure it will come. And if you need help, I'm sure everyone in the program will be happy to help.
Thank you very much, Liran.
And
Uh,
thank you very much, Sai. It's a
Biju,
great conference, and yeah, and thanks for having me.
Biju.
Yeah. I'd say if you are little shy, or if you haven't come forward with presenting or writing a blog, maybe this is a good time to come out, because you don't have to face the people, right? You can do a webinar. I mean, with pretty much every user group is doing webinar nowadays. Just submit a paper, submit a topic, and meet the small user group. I mean, if it is, don't have to be Oracle Open World or anything like that. Just meet with talk to your user group, come up with a topic. It doesn't have to be 1 hour. If it is only 10 minutes, just 10 minutes. I mean, share a tape. You don't have to face the people. You are behind a camera. You don't even have to share your face if you are not comfortable. Just talk about the technology. I mean, talking you can do. Share your knowledge. So this is a good time for guys to come out and then utilize the COVID situation.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Biju. Matthias.
Yeah, I would say that Liron and Biju's words are mine as well. Don't be shy, show yourself. And I repeat myself again, ACE is not something for you, it's something for the others. So the ACE program, the ambassador programs, and the Java Champion is all about service. So if you have something that you think that can be useful for the others, you have the stage to share. And the Yatra Tour is a big stage for this. We have others around the world. So step out, say what you have. And this is what I'm trying to do on my session tomorrow. So I will speak about on-call tips and tricks. I realized that I have over 2,000 hours as on-call DBA. So be there. I share a lot of interesting things. All we have our blogs. Mine is grepora.com. I'm sure that Liron, Biju, and Bashir also has one. So follow us, follow the other ACEs, get informed about, and we are here to help you to become one of us as well. That's it. Thank you
Super,
for the
Matthias.
space.
I think you should visit India to motivate our youngest generation. We don't have any women speaker in this one, and I was able to get 2 women in the previous session. But I think we also want to encourage more women in our community to come up, and that's one of the advice from Karen in previous call. We always get that little noise, oh no, this is not correct. But we should actually go beyond that comfort zone and contribute and come out of that fear. So that's more important. And we want to really bring a lot of women in our Indian community.
Yeah, and you have Aish that started the session, right? So this is a big example. So yeah, but thank you for the space.
Yeah. I think women, the main problem maybe within India and our background is that, I mean, there is more responsibility for the women in the family life. So it's hard for them to travel and away from the family. I mean, that may be one reason. But as I said earlier, this is a good time for you to come out. I mean, because you don't have to travel. You can share your knowledge being from home. So I encourage all the women to, especially to do that.
Yeah. Thank you. Bashir?
I'll end with 3 things, guys. You all have something to share. Whatever you know, please start sharing today. Second, learning never ends. So continue learning, attending sessions like this, and picking up new things. And lastly, do not forget to volunteer. That's very, very important. Volunteering is helping others in this space. So start helping others. I do have a parting thought. Very recently, one of our peers, Veera, got named the first ACE director in India, who resides in India. Indeed, there are other Indians who are ACE directors, but they're not residing in India. So given the population that we have in India, I look forward to many, many more ACEs, ACE associates, and ACE directors. So it's up to you. Look forward to meeting you in the ACE program soon. Thank you.
Excellent. So again, thank you, Liran, for spending your Saturday. Especially, I think this is one of the, we all learn from you guys, right? This is a passion. This is nothing because you're spending 1 hour with us, your family time, right? So thanks, Liran, for spending time with us. And you guys, I know you can connect with Liran's Twitter handle. You can see in the from the screen, or you can just search for OG Yatra. I'm sure you'll find out all the speaker Twitter handle, right? Biju, I think, yeah, nowadays, we know Biju from Oracle certification books, but now Biju also changed a lot of things, and I think you should follow his. I think he presented on OCI and AWS, really interesting topic. So please follow him in the Twitter and ask any help. I'm sure he will definitely respond to you. Thanks, Biju, spending your
Thank you.
time, morning time, and coming and supporting us. Matthias, again, still I'm jealous because you. Sorry to repeat the same question, but I want to prove you. I want to, get younger than you from India. I'm taking this challenge. Wait for me. Within next 6 months, I'm sure I'm getting a new ace director, younger than you. But you need to help us to get that stage. Thanks for spending time in this call, and especially sharing the your experience journey, and definitely we want to see you in India maybe next year. Thanks for that. um,
Thank you.
and
Count me in.
yeah. So Bashir, again, the person never say no to Indian community, especially I think is a lot of help, and we learned so many things from Bashir, and his topics, speeches are really absolutely really encouraging, and even I'm sure you guys have taken a lot of points from Bashir today. I think we'll keep all these videos open to everyone so that people can actually understand this program and benefits of this program. Honestly, we have not covered entire stuff in this 30 minutes, a 1 hour call. But if you can actually go to Oracle ACE program page, and you will see all the questions are answered. There is a FAQs page. And again, if you have any questions, go and talk to Jennifer directly, because Jennifer, you can go to Oracle ACE program Twitter handle. You can ask questions. It's very approachable. So nothing, nothing hiding in this space. Yeah. So, and also we have a Jim, Bob, Robert, and Javed Mohammed are really competing and taking a lot of interviews from Oracle Yatra speakers. Big thanks to these people, and they are spending a lot of time, especially Jim. So Jim is very close to our community. He was there in Yatra and Sangam last year, and he knows the value of community, and that way he's doing a really great job. And this is another space, guys, this is open. You can go and check each individual speakers, their journey. And this is not a technology talks, it's more of their journey and career, right? So I encourage you to go and check these videos. And also provide your feedback on this session. Ask if you're unable to ask questions now, but if you want to ask questions later, go to this particular link or a QR code and ask questions. And again, continue your conversation. We have still 4 more videos to go. Tomorrow we are little relaxed because tomorrow is a kids track. We are going to enjoy playing with kids, teaching the robotics. But again, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 4 more days to go to complete this yatra. And again, I want to end this session. Really thank my team, especially Vinay Mistry, Aishwarya Kala, and Chandan Tanwani, Vinay Raj, Gomati, Rutvik. Again, I'll name it like next 10 minutes. So thanks a lot for supporting this program to be very successful. And see you guys in again, this is the kids track we are doing tomorrow. Again, unfortunately, we have closed all the registrations. It's like we got 150 registrations. Kids are really, I think we are getting a lot of, questions. When is my session? What I'm going to learn? What I'm going to get? It's a lot of questions. It's very challenging to handle kids, but it's really valid questions, by the way. So we'll really enjoy tomorrow's session. And with that, I'm closing. And thanks a lot again, everyone, joining this session.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for the
Thank you,
opportunity.
Colin.